Hey guys, welcome back, and thank you again for coming back. Again, I really do appreciate this. And before we get started, if anybody is a new listener here, it would really mean the world to me if you could leave a subscription, if you could subscribe, and if you could like. I don't know why I said subscription, but I appreciate it. Now, getting on with this video. This video is something very important that I wanted to talk to you about. This is one of the most important things you need to do when there is a recession. Now, I know a lot of people are saying that we're going to go into a recession, we might already be in a recession. The one thing I want people to understand is nobody really knows when the recession is going to happen. And I guarantee you, when there will be another recession at some point or another, whether it's this year, whether it's 5 years from now, there's going to be something. Because that's just the fate of the world. It just always needs to, something needs to happen. But there are ways to prepare for it. The first thing to know is there is never going to be a date where the recession happens. Most times, in all of recent history, nobody has realized that they are in a recession until several months into the recession. If you don't believe me, go look at the charts. For COVID, no one knew they were in a recession until there was, until many months later, where and of course I know recessionary period is GDP. For I believe 2 to 4 months of GDP growth going down, and that's what's considered a recession on paper. Now, again, you won't know this until 2 to 4 months out, as the word recession as what it means. However, there are a lot of things you can do to prepare for stuff like this. The first, and this is the most important thing, make yourself unfireable. This means learn new skills, consistently increase everything. I know it's not the fun answer that you guys want to hear, but the really important thing is to really do this properly. There's a few reasons why. The first reason is this: the people who lose the most in recessions, they lose it because they lose their job, and sometimes it's there's no safeguard from it. Maybe your industry just gets targeted like crazy. However, if you keep advancing your skills, you'll always have job opportunities. If you always look for in-demand skills and consistently better yourself, whether that even means learning a second language or learning skills on the computer or learning welding or like whatever it is. If you consistently learn stuff, you'll always have an easier time to find jobs. And the reason why you really want to make sure you keep a job, other than like why calmly you need to keep a job, is because during recessionary times, that's when the stock market is down. Because the stock market's down, your buying power becomes a lot more, which means, let's just say, for example, you're only able to invest $200 a month. Because the stock market might be down 20-30%, your $200 work a lot better for you. And you have to remember that the thing about investing is just a little bit of everything over a long period of time. So the most important skill you can have, like I mentioned, is keeping your job or finding skills to consistently improve your position, improve your job. And this will only be something that you see when you're already in the recession, when you realize that your job might be in jeopardy. So the best thing to do is always work on ahead of time. And that's exactly why I started this podcast. Or a podcast or Call of Duty gameplay, whatever this is I really, really, really want to be an educator, and I've been wanting to start this for a long time. But I also know that if I can make a real living from this, and I'm able to consistently even reinvest even more into my business having even less debt will be even better, and will have an even better chance of surviving any uncertain times that might come in the near future. So please keep that in mind, and please understand that the most important thing you need to do is consistently learn. Keep growing your skill set so that you do not have the unfortunate reality that you might not have a job. And again, a lot of people always say, I know the term quiet quitting is the norm. And if you're trying to if you're trying to lose your job, of course, then you definitely go for it, do whatever you want. But if you want to keep your job, you have to make sure you're providing a lot of value, and that might be meaning to work a little bit more. But from my life experiences, and I know not everybody will agree, the harder you work, and I know people will always say something about this, but truthfully, the harder you work, the more you gain. And I've consistently seen this. This doesn't mean that you just have to do hard work and you don't need to do smart work. This means everything. But the people who I've seen who have consistently worked harder, they have consistently been able to get even more results. So thank you guys again for tuning in. Really appreciate you. We'll see you again soon, and hope that you guys are liking these morning deep dives that I'm into.